Happy Friday and welcome to the weekly recap. This is episode 97 and we're not breaking the rules, but we're changing up the format. So, Maddie, how you doing this day?
Hey Rick, I am doing good. If I'm a bit honest to you, a bit tired after the VMware Explore event, which was really, really busy for us. I did not expect it to be that busy, but it was also super productive. I feel like we've done so many things. We recorded with the CTO advisor. We were interviewed by Keith. You had a bunch of sessions. I had one session about community. We had few meetings to discuss new projects. We met the press. It was lovely to meet Jens and the company from Solner Consult. Is that correct?
Yeah, one of the actually community doing bigger things, Dr. Jens Seldner from Germany. He's now kind of running his own practice and he works in universities and stuff like that. He was one of the first vanguards too. So Jens and Veeam, he's a great member of the community and he has such a good heart for all these other things. And now he's got an empire. He brought some of his colleagues with him, so that was great.
Yes, and we're going to have Cornelius, one of the people involved in his project. We're going to have him involved in the Kubernetes corner. So that's going to be great to see. But how are you? You are back home, right?
Yeah, so full disclosure to everyone watching this episode, Maddie and I are recording it on Friday the 11th, which is really the end of that VMware Explorer week. And I flew home yesterday, and Maddie, I am exhausted as well. I had a nice day yesterday because all I really had to do was fly home to Ohio. But this is my 12th year at Veeam, Maddie, and I have been to a VMware event was every year. You know, like VMware Explorer and VMware VMworld are really like one of the most kind of namesake events for us because really we have such a good fit in that technology ecosystem and with the community, right? So it's really both ends of it. This event in Barcelona, Maddie, was out of the park. It was outstanding. It was probably I'll just say it. It was the most engaging industry event I've ever been to. In
Yes.
my 12 years at Veeam, and I didn't even get to go to the parties. So I mean, I just had so many like sessions, meetings, and then my session was repeated with Michael Cade. And I'll see if I can put a link to the replay of that up. It's just like it was an outstanding event and it truly exceeded my expectations. I knew it would be intense, but good thing I got the weekend coming up. And you're going on holiday too, which is why we're going to record early. So you need a break
Yes.
too. You're like the hardest second, tied for hardest working person in my group. That's for sure. that works on community, all both of us. So
No, but that's really great. And I feel, as I mentioned it throughout all these events, all these interviews, the session we had, we do have a powerful community. And the proof is that while we were away, our community didn't sleep. They were
oh
just
yeah.
producing great content. So let's just go over some content in there.
Oh yeah. So first up is Ragnar, and Maddie, this one has actually happened to me in a lab, and I have not known how to fix it. So this is cool.
Yeah, Ragnar is coming strong with this article, which is short, but it's about how to cancel a hanging task in VMware ESXi via command line. And he suggests that rather than cancel it a task via the vCenter or the ESXi UI, which might take a few weeks actually to do it, to just do it through this command line. And
right there.
he has like the steps, which I don't think is difficult to follow. But yeah, I think Derek commented that he didn't know either. So you are saying that you didn't know either. So now
Yeah,
you know it.
right, because I have tried to do it in vCenter and it is not instant, and especially the whole point of this is that if you need to cancel it, you probably need to cancel it now, so you don't have the time to really wait, where it can take a longer amount of time. But this is great. I will keep this in mind because I have had this happen, and it makes perfect sense to go to the ESXi host But I think that this is a great share. So thank you for sharing, Regnor.
Thank you, Ragnar.
All right. Next up, Wolfgang with some more V12 love. So this is a cool one and another short but really good one. What caught your eye here, Maddie?
Just like he has like a series of short, like quick tips about VBR V12 Linux proxy server, and this one is about how this got a new role. A Linux server can now become a tape server. So he has an interesting comment at the end. Linux hardened repository server will be excluded from this feature for security reasons. That's his thought, but what is your opinion on that?
Well, a couple of things. I do like this. Yeah, the VHR excluded at this time because the services will be a lot more persistent and bidirectional from that Linux system to the Veeam backup and replication server. So that's a good reason why. But we're on a journey with Linux here at Veeam, and this is yet another service that can be deployed on Linux here. But basically, I think that this is just another quick share, and there's so much in V12. And, so this is his, let's see, his tip number 7. Surprised the whatever related topics didn't catch it, but you can always just search his post and you'll find it. But great share, Wolfgang. Thank you for that one.
Absolutely.
All right. I need a word. The perennial, the constant theme, Michael Paul is back with a really good one. A really good kind of a hygiene comment of going into next year about products that are going to end of support. What caught your eye here, Maddie?
Well, I think like Michael always pays really great attention to all these details and all the updates, all the like whatever happens with the products, with the calendars, with he always catches that moment and he always shares with us just as a reminder that we should be cautious and we should pay attention to this and in case we forgot about it. So I thought that's a great reminder again, and I wanted to share it with everyone because I already saw like few people, like I think Joe from the MVPs, he was like, oh, I forgot about that. It's good that you got this reminder out there. So yeah, I thought it's a good reminder for everyone. So that's why I thought let's share it.
It is, and I'll be the first to say that sometimes, there you go. Even OG Joji is he's got his customers, right? So yeah, this is a reminder for a lot of our Veeam staff to then go out and get this information out to the field as well. But yeah, especially we're right at the edge of V12, V7 for Microsoft 365. So a lot of things are coming up here soon. And this is important because, sometimes some of the dates aren't set because it's the next, really this N+1 model. That's why, if we don't have that second one yet, so V4 has an end of support date, which has probably already been set. But basically, it's one of those things that V5 will change when V7 comes out for M365 backup. So, and then right at the end, he has a link to the actual lifecycle post here, right? So again, you can always, reference this as well. So great share, Michael. That's a really good point going into the new year. Now, I still got a lot of tabs, Maddie. That's the end of the official shares, but now we're going to special department. Is that right?
Yes, and we have a bunch of them. First special department news comes from Yongkang, and he's talking about the fact that Kasten announced K10 5.5, and that's coming soon. He's sharing an article. We already had this video actually in one of our previous recaps, but we didn't really have the blog. So I think that blog is pretty comprehensive about the changes that are going to happen in K10 5.5, mainly autonomous operations and cloud native expansion. So if you just want to know more about that, there's no more to say in here. Just go and read the article. I think it's pretty good article with a lot of details.
Yeah, and here's the thing is that K10, just so everybody knows, it releases every, really they announce, I should say, the next major release at each KubeCon, the Americas and the EMEA event. And then every 2 weeks, there's like a maintenance fix type of thing. So great milestone. Thank you, Yang Kang, for sharing that. And I don't know if there is such a phrase, Maddie. Keep on Kuberneting. I don't know. This guy's a machine. So thank you, Yang Kang. Keep it up. All right. So let's go over to Marco. He's got a cool thing going on. You're going to have to give me a little light translation here. I see the word Community Day, but what else is going on?
Yeah, this is actually this is awesome news for our Italian community. Basically, our Veeam team in Italy, together with our VUG leader and the Veeam 100 members, are going to be in Milan and the Veeam Community Day 2022 on the 23rd of November. And they're going to talk all things about community, but also they're going to share great content on our products. So if you are in Italy, in Milan, and also, if you want more details on the event and the location, I suggest just go to Marco's article and you're going to find all details in there. Marco can also give more information on this event. He would probably know even more than I do. So he's the person to reach out.
Yeah, well, it got my attention. I'm going to do a translation. Special guest, product management. Oh man, we got something going on. Yeah. Awesome. Let me see if I can do this right. Grazie, Marco. Thank you so much for organizing this. All right. So we're going to get a little bit fun here on the next piece of special department. This does Derek again. Testing automation desk code. I think this one's my fault. What do you think, Maddie?
Now this is, as you said, like a fun way to introduce actually the automation desk content supportability. Maybe we can just access that link as well so people can see it. Derek shared a super fun meme in here. Take away, don't test new codes in production. I guess that's what he's trying to say. But yeah, taking the opportunity, I would like to just say that stay tuned for the awesome events we prepare at the automation desk. Soon we're going to have it in our events section.
Yeah, indeed. The automation desk is one of those new thematic groups that have been launched. And actually, here's the thing. We've actually had good traction here, and people started calling, asking about it and stuff. So the support team asked me to kind of clarify. I mean, we've got this note here, but they wanted me to put something a little bit up in front a little bit more. And it really comes down to you should really test these automation deployments really thoroughly. And then this is the actual, support statement for like these automation things, someone else's content. That's one of those things that if you find a working model in a community resource like the automation desk, you should not test it in production. You should do your regressions just right so that when you go in to use it for real, that you feel really confident about it. But Derek, yeah, that's the way it goes. So I'll give you a like for that one. So thank you for bringing that up as well. So last thing, is it really just last week? It's crazy. I can't keep up, Maddie, but we're recording on the 11th, but just recently we had the Veeam update, and I just want to let everyone know, even if you didn't attend it, you still can go watch it all on demand. So, I think about this particular thing here, like, especially if you're new to Veeam, you might want to check out Veeam update because we had this big fancy studio where we did a great overview that in 50 minutes, we were able to tour everything from some new cloud research to the latest information on M365. She's talking about that. I'll get that. And then we also talked about ransomware and Salesforce. And then Kirsten and I spent a lot of time talking about V12. So we even did some demos too. You saw Corinne had a demo. There's a Veeam 1 demo. So I really hope that everybody can still check out Veeam on Update, which you can do over at, I guess I'll put a link in there, but if you go to veeam.com, you can't miss it. So
Question for you, Rick.
yeah.
Is there a deadline for this Veeam on Update?
That is a great question. This still frame is a weird look for me, and maybe I should just let it play. But it, I think, goes through the end of the year, I think.
Okay.
So I'm not really
so
sure. And then we did one
plenty
thing
of time.
fun right here. We did a little afterwards. Here's a funny thing. You see, we did a little trick here. So we just had those people walking back behind. Those are our producers. That was the makeup lady. She was really good though. Took all that shine off my head. But watch this. We put a little Easter egg in the video. When Greg comes back right here, he's got that little static person cut out. That's where they test all the cameras with. So I thought that was funny. So anyways, through the end of the year. But there's more. I'm not going to forget it this time. Who's new? We had a great new addition. 107 people. And, it's funny because I skim through this and I pick what I think are the coolest usernames. And every single time, Madi picks one more. So we have these 4. So which one you caught your eye of these 4?
I really like the Chaos Leader. That was a good one. That was my pick.
It's the story of my life. Yeah, Chaos Leader. Master Pac-Man, I think that one's a Veeam employee. Puppet Master, and then Veeam Backup Wizard. That'll get you a mention on this show, that's for sure. That's pretty cool. But you know what? You're coming in with a pretty bold claim. There's some smart people on this community, so we'll have to see how the Wiz does as we go.
Absolutely, yeah. But it's so amazing to see how the community is growing from week to week. And it's a combination of employees and people in the industry, partners, customer. Everyone is just coming here, and it's really amazing to see this growth week by week.
I think this is a funny username, but we'll just let that one go. And one other thing, we're recording a little bit early, so this is actually just more like a week because it's not a full 2 weeks episode. So we had a really good bump of membership. So thank you. Welcome, everyone. Madi, if there is anybody at Veeam that deserves a vacation, it's you. So I hope you have a good little bit of holiday, and on the next episode, I'll be sure to ask you how it went.
Thank you, Rick. It was really great, and I'm looking forward for my vacation.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the weekend. I need some air, but I think this will be the first proper vacation you've taken since you've joined.
That's correct. Yes.
Wow. Yeah, I got to work on that. But no, have a great one, Madi. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great weekend.